We want to welcome everybody to Tax Facts by Marsha Webb, which is a video series designed to educate the average everyday home-based business owner or a small business owner the tax advantages of owning and also operating a home-based business. We have with us Marsha Webb, who is affectionately known as the Tax Queen. We just want to give her a warm welcome here today. How are you doing, Marsha?
I'm doing fantastic, and yourself?
I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. We're coming up towards the end of the year, and it's holiday season. A lot of people have that on their minds right now. But right around the corner, it's tax season. So, but a lot of people coming up to the end of the year, they wonder, man, I don't know if I've documented as much stuff as I need to, or is there still anything for me coming up to the end of the year? What would you say to a person who is asking a question like that, Marsha?
Well, first, if an individual did own and operate their home-based business, then we definitely don't want to neglect our expenses because, yes, there is something there for you. But if you're one of those individuals, and many of us are, who didn't keep very good records, receipts fell out the window and things of that nature, well, there's certain things that we can do. One of the things that I advise my clients to do is to use either a credit card or debit card in order to keep track of their expenses. And when they do that, they can now go back to that statement even if the physical receipt has been lost, discoloration, a number of things end up happening. So if you are one of those individuals who used your debit card and you use your credit card, well, all is not lost because now you have that information that you can use in lieu of some of those receipts. If you didn't do that, there are certain expenses that you don't need a physical receipt for, which we'll go into more deeply on our future tax series. But there are some expenses that you don't even need the receipt for. So, all is not lost. There's definitely something here for you.
Thank you so much for that, Marsha. And we kind of talked more about what a person needs to do coming up, gearing up for the end of the year as far as taxes are concerned. But just a general question, is there a benefit or is there an advantage from owning, operating a home-based business from a tax perspective? What would you say to that?
Absolutely, yes. And you said the operative words. You said own and operate. And when you operate a business, that means you run that business and you run it for profit, whether or not you made a profit. So there are serious tax advantages. Keep in mind that small business really runs this country. 80% of people are employed by small businesses. And so there are a slew of tax deductions available even here within your home-based business. So even if you might think it's just a small, tiny business, well, Congress doesn't think so because there are many, many, many laws written to make sure you stay in business and that you can later grow and maybe employ others. So the answer again is yes. There are many, many advantages. So if you own a business and operate it, or maybe you're just thinking about it and you're not sure, then you want to definitely plug into this series so that you can learn those advantages and see what's in it for you.
Absolutely powerful stuff. Thank you so much for that, Marsha. Now, last but not least, you're always on the go, traveling around the country, helping thousands, literally thousands of people from a financial perspective as far as owning and operating a home-based business. Now, question for you, where can a person go to find out your whereabouts, where you're next going to be, what the next conference call is going to be? You mentioned free webinars, a free webinar series. Where can they go to hear more information about Marsha Webb or about taxes and home-based business?
Well, I'm going to give you the absolute best place to go to get all of that information. And that's going to be at my website at taxes4homebasedbusiness.com. And based is spelled with a D, guys. That's BASED, taxes for home-based business. And you could also go to taxes4HBB.com and get the same information. There you'll find the webinar information, what time it's at, what we'll be discussing for that particular week. That'll be available there. We have our mailing list. You can actually subscribe to our mailing list, and when you do that, you get a checklist for, I believe it's 8 tax deductions available to you as a home-based business owner. As well, you'll find out information about some of our other products and services. We have a couple of books that we've published, ebooks that we've published. All of that information is available on the site. And I definitely want to also encourage you to visit our Facebook page at Taxes for Home-Based Business, and make sure you like us, because when you do, you're going to be getting some great information. And most of this, folks, isn't going to cost you anything. So in a world where you always have to put out money, information costs, you're going to get a wealth of information that you can use for yourself, that you'll even be able to take back to your tax preparer or your accountant or CPA to make sure that they're maximizing your tax benefits, just in case this is not something that they particularly specialize in. So again, that's taxes, the number 4, hbb.com. And we've currently updated that site, so you'll be able to find out everything that's going on in the world of tax.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Marsha, we want to thank you for spending that time with us today, going over this information, just really giving us a sneak peek of the things that we have to look forward to in the near future. Whether a person is a savvy business owner, whether they just got started, or whether they are contemplating starting their own small business or home-based business, I'm sure everyone would agree with me by saying that this information is truly, truly powerful. So the information was listed. Taxes for homebasedbusiness.com is the place to go, and also the Facebook page. And we'll go ahead and end this conversation at this time, and thanking you, Marsha, for the wealth of knowledge that you just have given us and what you'll be giving us in the near future. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.